Morning and welcome to Community Conversations. You're listening and watching 1230 The Buzz, your talk station on 101.1 The Wiz, 100.3 Cincy's R&B station, and 1230 The Buzz, your talk station. I am Queen Miss Ebony J, and if this is your first time here at Community Conversations, this is where we come to talk about things happening right here in our community. And we don't just come on here and talk, we provide solutions. I'm super excited today because I have in here with me the Chief Development Officer, Miss Gina Goins, representing from Urban League of Greater Southwestern Ohio. How are you doing, Queen?
I am doing great, and I'm so happy to be here. And just again, Queen, back to you.
It's always amazing when I get queens to come in, especially, being a chief development officer. Okay, so you are definitely reigning on your throne over there at the Urban League.
Love it, love it, love it. Love when I've been here for over 3 years and just love every minute and just love the impact that we're doing in the community. Last year, we served over 40,000 folks, and we will continue at that level, if not even more. So.
Yes, that is great. Now we see the logo, we hear about the Urban League all the time. We pass it on our way down Reading Road. Tell people, just in case they're not familiar, what are some of the things that you all do?
Yeah, thank you for that, Ebony, because I have always grown up hearing about the Urban League, and I didn't know everything we did until I came over here. We offer over 13 different programs. We are the largest and oldest Black civil rights organization in the Southwestern Ohio. This year we celebrate 75 years, and we really look at our work. Thank you. We really look at our work in 2 buckets. So one of them we say is community empowerment, and the other one is financial empowerment. Our ultimately goal is really to end generational poverty. And so we do that with a number of programs. So on our community empowerment side, we have programs like our Holloman Center for Social Justice, which will open in the town center of Avondale in the next couple of months. And I do want to talk a little bit more about that because that is looking at police reform. And that started in 2020. That's just one of the things on the community empowerment side. We have our Urban Champion programs, which is our youth leadership program, 14 to 18, and they are doing some amazing things. So if any listeners out there have young people, please visit our website. They've got a podcast, they've got jobs and all kinds of things and leadership opportunities. We also have our Urban League Young Professionals. Those are folks that are like 21 to, I'm going to say 39, maybe 40-ish. And they are great. They are having their affirmed lunch where they are honoring young professionals. We have our guild. So for those of us who are over 40, and they are also doing great things as an auxiliary group. On the other side, and there's a lot of other stuff, so I'm not going to go in, but I would encourage people to please go to our website, which is ulgso.org. But I also want to talk about our financial empowerment, because ultimately, wherever we are in the community empowerment, we want to get you on the financial empowerment. Yeah. And one of our biggest programs and what we're probably known most for is our workforce development, also called our SOAR program, Solid Opportunities for Advancement and Retention. That program has been in existence over 20 years, graduated thousands of folks, and not just getting a job, but to get a career. We also, within our workforce development program, house our financial empowerment center. And that is an amazing, amazing new program we brought in 2020 that is really for individuals, where we're going to give you one-on-one coaching on financial, whether you want to buy a house or have a savings account. We are there for you. We served over 1,200 people last year in that program alone.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And then the other thing that we're really known for is our Business and Entrepreneur Center, where we are supporting minority and women-owned businesses. We have our Lincoln and Gilbert project, which is a project we have with other organizations and the city, with a $2.5 million investment in minority businesses to help them not just get off their feet, but also help them grow and give them technical assistance and those kinds of programs as well. So we do a lot, and we say we can take you from striving to thriving, or, and it's whether you're a family, whether you're an individual, whether you're a business, I would really encourage you to look at our programs and see how we can assist you.
I mean, lots of resources. You named out a lot. You made to make sure you head on over there to the website, okay, to get the full 411, because you all are really making a change.
We are very committed to our community, and we know that we can't really affect change unless we first look at economics, because that the reality is, if we can't get our folks into the spaces where they need to not just be surviving but thriving, that they won't get where we want them to be, and making improvements and having not jobs but careers. So that's really our hope, and that's our vision for our community.
It's really about breaking those generational curses. We only do what we know, and you all are providing some great resources and places for us to come and get that information. Knowledge is truly key. It's power.
Absolutely. It is. And Ebony, I'm going to tell you, even if you need a bus pass, come see us. You need a refrigerator, we can help. Rental assistance, maybe we can help. But we can also help that professional who is stuck and they want to network and get some other kinds of things. I didn't even mention, we have our African American Leadership Development Program, which is for our mid-level to C-suite executives. That program is in its 28th year. And the list of alum that are in that program, you just wouldn't believe. So really, really, we encourage folks to come and look at the different services and talk to us to see how we can help them.
Well, you said a lot. I want to talk about the Lions. Tell us the history, the event, who you all are.
Yes. So again, we're 75 years old. We are in the 29th year of what we call glorifying the Lions. And our Lions are folks who are 65 or over, who have made an imprint in our community through their words, their deeds, and their actions. You and I were talking off just now, and I was telling you, our past Lions include people like Marion Spencer, Dr. Odell Owens, who, may he rest in peace, Bootsy Collins and his wife, Patty, Curtis Fuller. I mean, these are names that we know and love.
Great.
That's right. So we've been honoring, and this year the list, I'm going to tell you, Ebony, is just as impressive. We've been televising this on WLWT for the last 3 years, and it will air on April the 13th at 7:30 p.m. And then it will air 3 other times, including in that Let's Talk Cincy space on Saturday at 7:30. And I've been at the production, and I have gotten chills listening to these amazing, amazing icons and tell their story. So
really?
I just can't even tell you. So can I tell you who they are?
Yes, come on, you got to now. I'm excited.
Yes. So we have Bishop Michael E. Dantley, who is the pastor at Christ Emmanuel Christian Fellowship Church. We've got Mr. Stephen Hightower, who's the founder and president and CEO at Hightower Petroleum Company. Yes. We've got Miss Angelita Jones, who's president and CEO of Easton Personnel, which is a full, these folks, I'm telling you. Dr. Camille Jones, who's retired assistant health commissioner, and she is amazing. We've got Peg Mardo. And Peg is the principal of Grovedale Consulting. She was also a former board chair of the Urban League. And then we have Rabbi Dr. Gary P. Zola, who everybody has seen in the beginning of the MLK March. Very rooted as an executive director of the Jacob Ratter Marcus Center of the American Jewish Archives. So just some amazing, amazing individuals, and their stories will have you just mesmerized.
I see why y'all call them Lions. I see why it's called the Lions, for real. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
This is Community Conversations on 1230 The Buzz, your talk station, 101.1 The Wiz, and 100.3 Cincy's R&B station. I am Queen Miss Ebony J, here speaking with Miss Gina Goings, the Chief Development Officer of the Urban League of Greater South Southwestern Ohio. And we're talking about all the great things that they're doing over at the Urban League, over 75 years of service to the community. And look, she's been talking about the Lions, and she really ran down a lot of different things that they're doing. I want to make sure that we talk about the Hollow Center for Social Justice.
Yes.
I know you said that was something important.
Yes. So in 2020, our board chair, Philip Holloman, and his wife, Gail, donated $1 million gift. And they are African American. And it was an amazing gift. It was after the unfortunate murders of Breonna Taylor, and George Floyd, and then, I can go on with the list
goes on, right?
Yes, unfortunately, the list goes on and on. And so he stepped in and said to the Urban League, hey, I really think we need a program that is addressing and looking at how we can partner with the police community, and so that we can prevent these kinds of things from happening. One of the things that we especially focus on at the Holloman Center for Social Justice is looking at police reform and partnerships. And we've had some great examples of that, where we've partnered with the police department in Woodlawn, helping them to establish a community council. Our role really is not to be an adversary, but more of an advocate and partner. And there's a place we've also partnered with the Newtown Police and helped them with a grant to get body cams. We would like transparency. And we really are looking for that kind of cooperation, that it's working with the community and the citizens. We also, the focus of our Center for Social Justice is really around not so much Cincinnati, but the surrounding counties. I don't know if your listeners know, but there are over 42 municipalities in Hamilton County policing us out. And that's a lot of policing. And
I know.
That's a lot. And so that's one of our focuses. And we do a lot of other things in there. We're looking at health justice. And, we were very much on the forefront of literally being on the streets, giving out masks and PPE. When 2020 hit, our community outreach advocates were out there with their orange shirts on.
Yes.
So we really look at what social justice means. Everything we do, as far as we're concerned, is social justice. Let me just say that. But in particular, those are some of the focus of our Center for Social Justice. But Ebony, the exciting thing about the Holloman Center for Social Justice, the physical location, which will be in the Avondale Town Center, is that we will be adjacent to a Black-owned grocery store. Shout out to the Bryants. Yes. Coming in that space. As you know, and many of your listeners know, Avondale has been a food desert.
Yes.
And we are it is a beautiful, beautiful space. And we were approached by the funders to see if we had an interest to come into that space so that they could bring in that grocery store. So we are so excited to be in there. And the space, Ebony, is not just our offices. We're going to have community activation spaces, including a gathering space, which can be rented for up to 300 people. It's a beautiful new high-tech facility. And we also plan to operate some of our programs, like our financial empowerment. We're going to be having some in-person sessions there. We're also going to be having sessions to help the local community come and have access to technology, so that you don't have to maybe go to the public library and fight with the kids. So we're going to be activating a lot of different programs in that space that will be for the community.
Definitely for the community. That's all I heard. Okay.
Yes.
They can't say they don't have nowhere to go. It's nothing to do. Like in Avondale, that is exactly where it's needed. Right. Oh my goodness. Right. It's on the bus
Ebony,
line.
Can I say, because of what the greatness that you do, our young people, our urban champions, have a podcast, and they are people who are, our young people's 14 and 17 listening right now. If you want to be part of this podcast, we would love for you to look at our website, look at our Urban Champions link, and be part of the amazing things that those young people are doing, because they also have a youth summit every year, which they coordinate completely.
Oh, I
They are
gotta come
amazing.
over there and hang out with the young media
Yes.
people.
Okay. Well, I got
Yes.
you on tape. So, you saying that you might get a call. So,
Yes, give me a call. I would love to. I love to come and
yes.
talk to them about media.
Oh, that would be awesome. We would love that. We would really love that. Thank you. Yeah, you're on the hook now.
Yes, just let me know when. See, you all
Thank
have a
you.
lot of signature programs over there at the league. I know you all have SOAR, you all have Workforce, and talk a little bit about that. I know we have like 5 minutes left. I still got 2 more questions, but I do want to make sure that we talk about the SOAR program, because that is that the one that's for the entrepreneurs?
No, the SOAR program is for individuals looking to really hone in on job search skills. So we're going to teach you
Yes.
how to write a resume. We're going to teach you interviewing skills. We're going to teach you how to show up and show out in a good way.
In the workplace, though.
In the workplace. And then that program is a 2-week program, and with a graduation at the end. And it really is to, if you're not confident, if you don't, or even if you are confident, but you want to have some more expertise around your job search and really getting into a career, because we also have different career tracks. We're about to start a program that's going to be focused on the construction trade, and you'll hear more about that program, which is going to be a life-changing program for a lot of folks, because the city needs it, the county needs it, but it also helps our participants finding really, really great jobs, which, construction jobs, you can make over 6 figures now working in that. So it's a great opportunity for folks, and even folks who have had previous records, and we take you, watch you, because people will hire you. Don't feel that just because there might be a mistake in your past that you can't overcome that. That's what we're here for.
I love it. Make sure, if you haven't already, again, while you're in your cars, while you're at the house, ulgso.org, head over to the website. There's a lot of things that you need to tap into, a lot of resources. And as you can see, more job opportunities are coming. There's a lot of different changes that's happening in the community, especially for Avenue. I'm so excited about this food desert that's about to change. I mean, that is going to be
That
a
grocery
game
store
changer itself.
In Ebony, they have fresh meats, they have a butcher counter, they've got fresh vegetables, and for folks like me, they've got a coffee bar and a wine bar.
There we go. That's what we need.
And
the Glorifying the Lions is going
to
be showing on April the 13th, but is there an event coming up the 29th?
No event coming up on the 29th. The big one is the April 13th premiere date of the Lions. So 7:30 p.m. Channel 5 WLWT. And then we will have thank you, Ebony. And we will have the grand opening of the Holloman Center for Social Justice, but we haven't announced when that date's going to be yet.
Now, Queen, when you know the date, you got to come back on and let us know, because I want to be there. Our listeners want to know. This is so big. We want to make sure we blow it up, okay?
We thank you. We would love that. And maybe even bring the amazing Philip Holloman and his wife, Gail, to talk about such a generous gift, because that's pretty amazing.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, that would be amazing. Now, I got one more question before you leave me, because you mentioned the Empowerment Center with entrepreneurs. Yes. We have so many entrepreneurs that listen. I always like to drop some gems if we can for them. Tell us about this center and why they
need so we have our business development entrepreneur division. So we have a whole side. So I would say, again, look at the website, figure out where you are. We're there to either support you, to try to, if you're thinking about starting out, what that means. We have a lot of funding that we've been giving, grants that go anywhere from $1,500 to $10,000. And this also includes Dayton. Let me just say, what we do in Cincinnati, we drive up the road, and we have similar programs in Dayton as well. Okay. And we just got $1.5 million for the city of Dayton to help with the Black entrepreneurship in Dayton. So we will have grant opportunities, and those, again, you can apply for those on our website. we will help. We have funding for rental assistance and those kinds of things. And we just even have special one-on-one relationships. Even like, as I said, we have the Bryants coming in as the Black owned grocery store, but right behind us, I got to give a shout out to Ariel, who is Saturday Morning Vibes, the cereal bar. We love her. And so if the community doesn't know about that, please support her and all of the great things that she's doing. It's a great place. I hang out there on Friday mornings with my team to make sure we're supporting that effort. So there's a lot of things that we're doing in the community, especially when it comes to Black businesses, and just reach out and we'll see how we can help you.
Head on over if you haven't already. Again, ulgso.org. Thank you so much, Miss Gina. I'm so glad we were able to talk.
Thank you. You're beautiful, and all of your spirit. I so appreciate. We appreciate you and all of that you do for the community. So thank you, Miss Wynn. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Queen. Now, this is Community Conversations. Once again, our whole goal is to make sure that you are linked to all the resources that you need so you can be better. And as you can see, the Urban League does not just help the businesses, does just not just help the entrepreneur, but also helps the family. So if you need assistance, head on over again, ulgso.org, or you can always head on over to any of our websites because we're going to make sure we post about this as well. This is Community Conversations on 1230 The Buzz, your talk station, 101.1 The Wiz, and 100.3 Cincy's R&B station. I am Queen Miss Ebony J. I see you next week. And if you would like to be a guest, all you got to do is shoot me an email or slide in my DMs, Miss Ebony J, MSEBONYJ @radio-1.com. See you next week.